I want to switch gears now, and we're going to close this video with just a brief discussion on what it's like physically, not mentally, but physically to age. And I know, of course, there's a massive connection between the two, but I want to talk a little bit about what it's like to get older. And I have to say, starting in the morning, just getting out of bed feeling good is an accomplishment, because typically I get out of bed and it's like, whoa, okay, this is stiff, that's stiff, the back is stiff, everything is stiff, as compared to 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when I would get up and I could get up and go for a run. But now I could not get up and go for a run. I have to be slow and methodical. David does a lot of stretching in the morning. I do that too. That's part of my routine. But the things that I've experienced aging, you know, starting from the top, the hair is different now. Obviously, there's less hair. It's a different color now. I actually like this color better than my original brown. You know, I think it's a nice color on me. It contrasts well with my black shirt. Hearing, my hearing I know is not as good as it used to be. Eyes, you know, I've had cataract surgery. Teeth, you know, I just had a tooth pulled a couple of months ago. There's other issues, and, you know, shoulders, torn labrum, torn pectoralis, arthritis in both. And, you know, watching David do pull-ups is a very humbling experience, and I'm working my way there. I do want to be able to do pull-ups. I'd love to be able to do 10 pull-ups again like I used to, but the shoulder is holding me back a little bit. So, David, you don't look like you have many ailments. You look like you're feeling good there, brother.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty lucky. Got a full head of hair. Is it on straight? It might be a little crooked.
It is on straight.
Everything's going pretty good. A few minor things, but I'm very lucky.
I know you had a little hearing issue.
Yeah, I did. I lost hearing, about 50% loss of hearing in my right ear. I went to an ENT, saw a whole bunch of ENT specialists, and they wanted to put me on steroids. I'm not a fan of steroids. I don't know who is, but...
And did you take the steroids?
I opted for no steroids, and I thought, I'm going to let it ride out a little bit, and a month went by and it went away, and now I have full hearing back, and very lucky. Just very lucky.
Compare yourself to 30 years ago. Would you say, like in the gym, you're as strong as 30 years ago, or have you lost muscle strength?
No, I'm as strong as I was 30 years ago, but...
You are as strong?
I am, but
wow.
I'm not as agile. Like 30 years ago, I would be at the gym and in a room with just mats all over the floor. I could run and dive onto the mat and roll and then back up on my feet, you know, like in one motion. And I can't do that anymore.
Like a gymnast?
It kind of, more of it was more martial arts where, you know, and it was, I couldn't believe I could do it, but I could never do that anymore. So there are some limitations. I'm not as agile. I'm not as flexible, even as flexible as I am. I'm just not like I was. So.
Now, one thing I remember when I first met David, he was involved in Muay Thai boxing. Muay Thai, M-U-A-Y, Thai, T-H-A-I, Muay Thai, which is a martial art?
Martial arts. My first year here, I came on an education visa, and the education was in Muay Thai. And I joined a school, and I went twice a week, and they tried to teach me Muay Thai, and I learned a lot. It was a fantastic experience. But it got a little much for me that I was sparring with 20-year-old kids, and not that they're trying to hurt me, but they're just on a whole different level than I am, and I would often come out of the ring hurt.
They beat you up. You let a 20-year-old kid beat your ass, huh?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I don't know. You know, I'm getting soft in my old age, but it was too much, and I couldn't. So I finished the year, education visa, and I'm done with that.
I have to hand it to David for trying Muay Thai. I mean,
it was a little
huge.
Intimidating. It was.
You know, the way I look at it is we're all aging, and it's inevitable. It's an inevitability, and there are things we can do. The things that I do to counterattack my physical aging, yoga. I think yoga has been
Huge.
very helpful. And you know, I watch David and see his stretching. Honestly, I think he's accomplishing a lot of what I accomplish in yoga. He just has a routine and a lifestyle and a way of incorporating flexibility all the time, regularly throughout the day.
Yep. And movement is the key to physical health. I mean, you got to start with the movement.
Yes.
And if you start with that, the exercise will go good. But work the movement into your whole daily routine all day. Even if you're in the office, if you're working at a desk, just stand up and stretch in front of your desk, bend over all the way. Even in your seat, all of it. Every chance you get, just stretch.
Right.
It'll make your life a lot better.
And in terms of cramps or pain, different pain spots, one thing I really love is the foam roller.
I've got to try that.
My foam roller, I'm telling you, you might really enjoy it, David.
Yeah.
You don't use one regularly?
I don't use it at all. Both my kids have said, Dad, that the roller is going to change everything for you.
I think I'm going to buy David a foam roller. I got one from Amazon. It cost $15. It's Amazon Basics, black, a roller this long and about that round, and it's hard.
But it's transformative. I mean, it's really like supposedly it's really worth through anything.
I love it. I talked about cold immersion. My friend and I went to the Old City Spa, which is cold water and sauna, a couple days ago. I love the cold water. It feels so good. It reduces inflammation. It helps mental focus. It boosts metabolism. There's so many benefits.
No, I know. I need to work on that.
To cold water. And breath work. I do breath work before I go to sleep at night. I do this box breathing technique, and I want to share that with David in terms of his sleep. It takes me maybe 15 minutes, box breathing. I won't get into the details now, but it helps me fall asleep, stay asleep, keeps me relaxed. I mean, I still don't have a perfect night's sleep. I wake up, I use the toilet, I go back to bed sometimes twice in the middle of the night. This is a good thing about having a friend who is huge in the health and wellness, fitness, nutrition, is we share stories and ideas. And
I've learned so much from this guy about physical fitness and mental fitness.
Oh, thank you, but I've learned a lot from you. And one thing, David, and we're going to talk more about later, is the core, working the core. And so I've been working my core a lot more since meeting David, and it's something I'm going to continue focus on. And I've realized that it's actually one of my weak spots.
Yeah, it's a tough one to concentrate on.
Even though I do yoga, it's there's things I can do to build my core.
It's a real concentration though on it. It's like you need to focus in on that, on the trunk. I mean, because it's a hard muscle, grouping of muscles to tame.
And with that, David, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to be in this video.
My pleasure, Peter. Thank you for inviting me.